My name is Mark Wand and I'm a professional guitarist in Seattle, Washington. The folks at Turbo Guitar have asked me to do a sound comparison of the Taylor Academy 12 steel string acoustic, the Martin 00X series acoustic, and a Cordoba C5 classical guitar, set up with steel strings and the new TurboTail to see which guitar sounds better. Until I had tried their demo guitar, I thought this was a pretty ridiculous sound comparison. Although all three guitars are the same body size, the Taylor and the Martin were designed for steel strings. Not surprisingly, they have standard X bracing and spruce tops. The necks of both guitars join the body at the 14th fret. The Cordoba, being a classical guitar, has much lighter fan bracing since it was designed to be played with nylon strings. The top is cedar, the neck joins the body at the 12th fret, which puts the bridge closer to the widest part of the lower bout. The sweet spot is the best location for maximizing vibration from the strings. This is really important for nylon string guitars, since the light strings don't produce a lot of volume. And putting steel strings on a nylon string guitar is a very risky endeavor, I can tell you from experience. I did that once, came back the next morning, and the bridge was completely pulled off. The TurboTail transfers all the string tension from the soundboard to the structural frame of the guitar. The concept is that this leaves the soundboard free to vibrate. A really light soundboard can be used with steel strings. So how do the three guitars sound? I will play the same riffs, strums, and finger picking on each guitar so that we can hear how they compare. Next, I will play the same thing on the Cordoba C5 with steel strings and the TurboTail installed. Now I will play the same thing with a pick on the Cordoba C5 classical guitar with the TurboTail installed. Here are my final impressions. The Martin 00X series lacks character. It sounds pretty much the same no matter how I play it. It produces a very consistent, middle-of-the-road sound. It doesn't respond to the subtleties of fingerstyle, nor does it produce a rich, pleasant tone when strumming with a pick. And it lacks volume. I had to work hard to get it to perform. I definitely preferred the Taylor Academy 12 to the Martin 00X series. The Taylor responds better to fingerstyle. There is good note clarity and separation. There is more variation and interest in the tones that it is capable of producing. It was pleasant for strumming as well, if not very powerful. Overall, I think it's a nice sounding guitar for an entry-level guitar, and I really enjoyed playing it. The Cordoba C5 with the TurboTail has a lot more to offer than either the Martin or the Taylor. It responds to heavy strumming by producing a loud, pleasing tone. There is a ton of bass, which both the Taylor and the Martin lack. The Cordoba also has great clarity and note separation, so it is ideal for finger picking. And rather than just a quick attack and fade, there is so much sustain that the notes literally seem to grow. This is a rare thing in a guitar, and it's unheard of in a cheap guitar. Of the three guitars, the Cordoba with the TurboTail is the only one that I would like to own myself. I think it's amazing that the Cordoba C5 classical guitar with steel strings and the new TurboTail sounds far better than two of the most popular steel string guitars in America. You can find out more about the TurboTail and Turbo Strand at turboguitar.com. Thanks for watching.